What if I told you that the greatest gift that activism has given me wasn't actually about learning how to change the world? It wasn't about winning elections, though I've helped people do that. It wasn't about passing legislation, though I've helped people to do that too. It wasn't about stopping harmful policies, but I've done that too, hundreds of times. It wasn't even about helping people decide whether or not it was time for them to run for office. The greatest gift that activism has given me is that it has made my life meaningful. And honestly, I think that's a conversation we desperately need to have right now. Because there's a lot of people out there who are successful on paper, but quietly wondering why they feel like their life doesn't have any purpose. People who have built careers, raised families, made money, developed expertise, and earned respect. And yet there's still this feeling that maybe they're meant to be doing something bigger. And I don't mean bigger in terms of arbitrary markers of status. I mean bigger in terms of contribution, bigger in terms of the effect that they're having on the world around them, bigger in terms of purpose. Before we dive in, if you've been feeling a pull to do something more meaningful with your life, your experience, your skills, and your resources, I want to invite you to do two quick things. The first is to subscribe to this channel below. Because every week, we're here supporting people who are trying to figure out how to create real progressive change in these incredibly challenging times. And the second thing I want to invite you to do is apply for a complimentary consulting call with us at the Ripple Effect Institute using the link below. Every day, we speak with people who know that they are capable of creating a bigger contribution than what they're doing now. And together, we help them identify where they can have the biggest impact and how to turn that vision into reality. The link to apply is below. I've spent 40 years organizing, building movements, supporting change leaders, and helping to create real change. And over those 40 years, I've discovered something surprising. Some of the most fulfilled people I know are not the people who have accumulated the most money or the most prestige. They're the people who have found a way to connect their lives to something larger than themselves. And today, I want to tell you why. And also how you can build that kind of purpose and meaning into your own life. Because honestly, after 4 decades of activism, I can honestly tell you that getting involved in the ways that I have has completely changed my life, just not in the ways that I would have expected. Now, let me tell you how I learned the lesson of how activism could change my life and not just the world. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. I'm 55 years old, and I've been an activist for 40 years. I started when I was 15. I was attending a summer program at Harvard University when I was a junior in high school, and at the time that apartheid still existed in South Africa. There were rumblings at the time on the campus about students organizing to pressure Harvard to divest. And I got involved in organizing a protest with all my fellow high school summer students to urge the university to divest from apartheid South Africa. Again, I was just 15 years old. I couldn't vote. I had no title, no money, no experience doing any of this, and certainly no formal authority. But I learned something in that summer that would shape the rest of my life. Because shortly after that summer was over, Harvard did indeed divest from South Africa. What I learned was that ordinary people can influence powerful institutions. And that lesson has never left me. Not long afterward, I became involved with activism concerning the AIDS crisis after someone dear to me in the town where I grew up died of AIDS. I marched with ACT UP. I worked with Queer Nation. I joined efforts demanding that the Reagan administration take action while people were dying and being purposefully ignored. At 17, before I was old enough to vote, I worked my first political campaign. In college, I helped to organize women to rewrite our campus rape policy. And it was also around that time that I first became involved in efforts to free political prisoners, particularly Black Power activists. Then I went to law school with the intention of focusing on human rights and women's rights around the world. And well, I've been organizing ever since. But here's what it took me decades to understand. Despite all the successes that I've experienced as an activist and an organizer, and despite all of the setbacks and challenges that come with it, one of the greatest gifts that activism gave me wasn't actually just that work. It wasn't just about how activism changes the world. It was actually also about how activism changed me. And it changed me in 4 very specific ways that I want to share with you right now. Lesson 1, activism gave me agency. One of the greatest gifts that activism gives you is the understanding that you are not powerless. Most people spend their lives believing that change is something that is done by other people, by politicians, by CEOs, by judges, by billionaires, people with titles and money and authority that is granted by societal norms. But activism teaches you something very different. It teaches you that ordinary people create extraordinary change all the time, not because they're special, but because they're simply willing to act. When I stood in the middle of the Harvard Quad at 15 years old with a protest sign painted onto a bedsheet, I learned that institutions are not immovable. When I marched with ACT UP, I learned that governments can be pressured, and particularly pressured by direct action from people who are willing to be loud and put their bodies on the line. When I worked campaigns before I could even vote, I learned that democracy depends on ordinary people showing up. There is something really quite profoundly life-changing about realizing that history is not something that happens to you. It's actually something that you actively participate in. And I've seen this happen for so many of our members inside the Ripple Effect Institute. One of them is Gene. Gene spent years as a successful corporate executive. And then he experienced a series of profoundly personal losses. Like many people after loss, he could have withdrawn from the world. Instead, he became deeply involved in efforts to stop a new ICE detention center from being built in his city. And what I've watched happen to Gene is not just political. I've watched him discover his own power. I've watched him realize that his leadership skills still matter. I watched him discover that he can shape the future of his own community. That sense of agency is incredibly healing because helplessness shrinks us. Action expands us. And if you're realizing that you've spent years developing skills, leadership abilities, expertise, influence, or resources, but you haven't yet figured out where those gifts can create the biggest impact, I want to invite you to apply for a complimentary consulting call with us at the Ripple Effect Institute, because helping people to identify that next chapter is exactly what we do. The link to apply is below. Lesson 2, activism gave me community. One of the things nobody tells you about activism is how many incredible people you're going to meet along the path. And we live in a time of profound loneliness. People are incredibly disconnected from each other, especially since the depths of the pandemic. And right now, with everything that's happening in our world, many people feel incredibly isolated. They feel like they're carrying their concerns and their fears about what's coming down the pike all by themselves. Activism changes that. And it changes it almost instantly. I've experienced this again very recently through organizing with people on the ground at Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey. I've worked with people who are both on the front lines of protests and who are behind the scenes trying to help detainees and their families. And what has struck me about this experience, despite all the violence that we've seen at the hands of the state and all the ways in which the needs of detainees have been ignored by those in power, isn't just the urgency of this issue. It's actually also the people involved. It's faith leaders and teachers and parents and healthcare workers. It's musicians and students and executives and retirees. It's ordinary people who have decided that they are not willing to sit on the sidelines. And almost immediately, when you get involved in an issue that really calls to you, community will form around it. Relationships form, trust forms, purpose forms. You stop feeling alone and you discover your people. And inside the Ripple Effect Institute, I've seen this happen with our client Christina as well. Christina has been a successful technology executive for many years, but when she joined the Ripple Effect Institute, she got far more involved in climate and water conservation efforts in her seaside city. And yes, she's helping to protect something that she loves, but she's also become a part of a community of people who care very deeply about the future of that place. People working together, building relationships, creating something that is bigger than any one individual. In a world where loneliness has become an epidemic, activism creates belonging, and belonging is one of the greatest gifts that a human being can receive. Lesson 3. Activism gave me purpose. About 15 years ago, I made a major shift in my own life. I stopped practicing law. And instead of trying to create change primarily from the inside of institutions, I dedicated myself to working with nonprofit leaders, advocacy campaigns, organizers, people running for office, and movement builders who were propelling toward generational level progressive change. I started helping people to build power from the grassroots up, and that changed everything. Because I realized that my greatest contribution wasn't necessarily going to come from something that I built personally or on my own. It was going to come from working with other people in community to build something better, helping leaders to become more strategic, helping organizers to become more effective, helping movements to become more sustainable, helping ordinary people discover that they could do extraordinary things. And that's when I began to understand something really important. Purpose doesn't come from thinking just about yourself. Purpose comes from contributing to something far larger than just you. And that's one reason why I love Mary Ellen's story. Mary Ellen is a CPA. That's not exactly the profession that most people imagine when they think about an activist. But when Mary Ellen joined us inside the Ripple Effect Institute, she decided to use her land and her resources to build a community housing project for disabled and economically struggling friends in the Southwest. Think about that. She saw a need, she decided to act, and now lives are being transformed because she chose contribution over passivity. Not because she needed another achievement, not because she needed another credential, but because she wanted her life to mean something. And I think that's what so many people are actually searching for right now. Not another accomplishment, not another promotion, not another life milestone. Meaning. The feeling that your life stands for something, the feeling that your gifts are being used really well in service of others, the feeling that your time on this planet matters. These are the things that are the silver lining and the reward of engaging in action that actually changes and saves lives. Lesson 4. Activism gave me a legacy. At 55, I think differently about success than I did at 25. When we're younger, success often looks like achievement. Things like building a successful career and your income, professional recognition, and substantial accomplishments that check off boxes. But eventually, deeper questions emerge. What will remain because I was here? Who will be better off because I showed up? What am I building that will outlast me? These are the questions of legacy. And I think, frankly, they're some of the most important questions that we could ask at this moment in history. Jean is building a legacy. Christina, she's building a legacy. Mary Ellen is building a legacy in real time. And it's not because they're elected politicians or they're famous or they're wealthy or they're seeking recognition. It's because they're creating things that continue beyond them. They are creating, in fact, their own ripple effect in the world. They're building communities and relationships and housing and immigration reform. They're building human dignity. This is what I've come to believe after all these decades of doing this work. Achievement may be about the things that you accomplish, but legacy is about what remains. And some of the most fulfilled people that I know are those who have decided that their lives will be measured not just by what they achieved, but by what they helped to create for others. So let me offer you one big reframe that can serve you in the choices that you make going forward. Many of us think that activism is about changing the world, and of course it is. But that's only half the story. Activism also changes you. It teaches you that you are not powerless. It introduces you to extraordinary people. It gives you community and it gives you purpose. It gives you a place to put your grief, your anger, your fear, and all your hope. And perhaps most importantly, it gives you a reason to know that your life matters. Not because of arbitrary achievements, but because you are contributing and building and leaving behind something larger than yourself. Now, if I could go back and talk to that 15-year-old girl organizing that protest at Harvard, there are some things that I would tell her. I would tell her that there would be tremendous victories and also tremendous losses. That there would be moments of hope and moments of profound heartbreak. I would tell her that some fights last for decades and that progress is rarely linear. I would tell her that change almost always takes longer than you think. But I would also tell her this: do it anyway, because the friendships will be worth it. The community will be worth it. The purpose will be worth it, and the meaning will be worth it. because one day you'll wake up and realize that the most important thing activism gave you wasn't just the victories. It was a meaningful life, a life connected to something larger than yourself, a life spent helping other people, a life that mattered. And that is a gift beyond measure. And if you've been feeling that pull towards something bigger, something more meaningful, more impactful, more aligned with your values, I want to invite you to apply for that complimentary consulting call with us at the Ripple Effect Institute using the link below. We'll help you identify where your skills, leadership, experience, and resources can create the greatest impact and what it would look like to build a legacy that lasts far beyond you. The application link is below. And until next time, keep making your ripple effect. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.